A puzzling sickness has gripped the animal kingdom, and the mighty lion has called a grand council. Discover who gets the blame and why in the surprising tale of The Lion's Council and the Ass's Blame.
Once upon a time, a severe plague raged among all the animals of the land. Many creatures fell ill and sadly passed away, while others were so sick they lost all desire for food or drink. They dragged themselves about listlessly, their usual playful energy completely gone. Even the juiciest young hen could not tempt Master Fox to dinner, and a tender lamb failed to rouse greedy Sir Wolf's appetite. Everyone felt weak and worried, wondering if things would ever get better. At last, the lion decided to call a council. When all the animals were gathered together, he arose and said, "Dear friends, I believe the gods have sent this plague upon us as a punishment for our sins. Therefore, the most guilty one of us must be offered in sacrifice. Perhaps we may thus obtain forgiveness and cure for all. I will confess all my sins first. I admit that I have been very greedy and have devoured many sheep. They had done me no harm. I have eaten goats and bulls and stags. To tell the truth, I even ate up a shepherd now and then. Now, if I truly am the most guilty among us, I declare myself ready to be sacrificed for the good of all. However, I believe it is wisest that each one of us confess their own wrongdoings, just as I have openly done. This way, we can all listen carefully to each other's confessions. Then, with fairness and truth, we can decide in all justice who carries the greatest guilt. This process will ensure our decision is truly correct and for the common good." "Your Majesty," said the fox, "you are too good. Can it be a crime to eat sheep, such stupid mutton-heads?" "No, no, Your Majesty. You have done them great honor by eating them up. And as for those shepherds you mentioned—" "Your Majesty," the clever fox continued, "we all understand they belong to that puny race that often pretends to be our masters. Surely, there's no sin in eating them." All the assembled animals, feeling encouraged by the fox's words, applauded him loudly in agreement. Following this, creatures like the formidable tiger, the mighty bear, and the powerful wolf, along with many other fierce beasts, came forward. They boldly recited the most wicked deeds, yet somehow, each one was easily excused and made to appear very saint-like and innocent. It was now the ass's turn to confess. "I remember," he said guiltily, "that one day as I was passing a field belonging to some priests, I was so tempted by the tender grass and my hunger that I could not resist nibbling a bit of it. I had no right to do it, I admit." Suddenly, a great uproar of shouts and exclamations burst forth among the beasts, completely interrupting the poor ass. Many animals began to point and accuse the ass, their previous calm disappearing quickly. Here was the true culprit, they cried, convinced that he had brought all the misfortune upon them. What an absolutely horrible crime it was, they declared, to eat even a tiny bit of grass that belonged to someone else. Surely, such a serious offense was enough to punish anyone severely, and certainly much more a simple ass. Immediately, with a sudden rush, many of the eager animals, with the wolf bravely leading the way, excitedly scampered towards the poor ass. Though the ending was sad, the storytellers tell us they quickly made an end to him, believing they were sacrificing him to the gods right then and there. They felt they had found their solution, even without the formality of a grand altar. In their minds, they were solving a big problem. And so, the animals believed they had appeased the gods, and would soon be free from the plague. This old fable teaches us a very important lesson about fairness and how we sometimes judge others. It shows that those in power might excuse their own big mistakes, but often harshly blame small things done by others. We should always try to be truly fair and kind to everyone, no matter how big or small their actions seem. Judging others with an open and honest heart is a wonderful way to live. So let's remember to be good friends and always think before we accuse anyone.
Ever dreamed of being the hero? Now you get to be the star. Your adventure starts at TalesMio. Visit TalesMio.com now.